threat. That was so great, man. And I know the 6 heroes were intended by Spinel to lose the battle for that purpose, but still, regardless of that, I can't help but feel a bit underwhelmed by the battle against the 6 heroes. Although it was nice seeing the way the different Pokemon teamed up, like Meowscarada and Hatterene, Pikachu and Dragonite, I still think the battle itself was pretty weak overall, and that's mainly because the 6 heroes in this episode felt nowhere near as overwhelmingly powerful as did in the past. Even if they were intended to lose by Spinel, and even if they weren't at full super strong sphere power, I still don't think they should have been beaten that easily, man. In their previous battles, even without Larquium, the 6 heroes were such forces of nature. It required all of our heroes' Pokemon teaming up with some of the most incredible strategies we've ever seen, just to stand a chance against one of the 6 heroes. So you would have thought with all 5 of them teaming up against Liko, Roy and Naruto all at once, that our heroes would have to put up the greatest fight of their entire life for even a tiny chance of not being absolutely destroyed. But the episode just didn't feel that way whatsoever. It felt more like the 6 heroes were just written to be weaker, to allow our heroes to even stand a chance. And dude, I have never been a fan of any series setting up such powerful characters just to nerf them later on because the writers realized they're too powerful to handle. Like, why even make them that powerful in the first place if you're just going to minimize it in the future? Like I said, in this episode, it felt like the 6 heroes had way less of the power and skill that they used to have. Their attacks felt weaker and easier to dodge. Each of them only took like 1 or 2 hits to be knocked down weak enough for Terapagos. Our heroes didn't have any crazy strategies to defeat them like in the past. And in general, it felt like a bunch of little individual battles without much crossover, rather than the huge all-out war that they were building up between the 6 heroes and our heroes. I don't think it helped either that the battle choreography and the animation were really underwhelming too. Other than a couple sequences, a lot of the battling here felt just not very pretty to look at, you know? There was no unique or interesting choreography like in the previous Horizons battles. Most of the animation felt really stiff and cardboardy too, and both of those things combined made the 6 heroes feel way slower and less impressive and less hype in the battle compared to how they felt in their previous battles. And I know the intention of the writers was probably that Liko and Roy are just way stronger now than they were earlier in the series, so that explains why they could much more easily defeat the 6 heroes in this episode, and I do think that's a really great idea, a great concept, because we know our heroes are way stronger than they used to be. Unfortunately, the execution just didn't feel that way whatsoever. I think there was a major disconnect between the intentions of the writers and the way the battle action itself was portrayed, the way it was executed, and once again I think that's down to a mix of the choreography and the animation being mediocre, our heroes are not really showing any amazing strategies like they did in their previous battles, the 6 heroes seeming less impressive than before, and also the pacing being rushed because it had to include Dot and Agate's battle in the middle. So all of that combined made it feel way less like our heroes were meant to be stronger, and way more like the 6 heroes just felt weaker instead.